आज ही डाउटनेट ऐप डाउनलोड करें। डाउटनेट पर होगा अब आपके सभी मैथ्स, केमिस्ट्री, फिजिक्स और बायोलॉजी डाउट्स का सफाया। बस अपने क्वेश्चन की फोटो खींचो, उसे क्रॉप करो और तुरंत वीडियो सोल्यूशन पाओ। डाउनलोड नाउ।
Let x equal to 0.99, y equal to root over 0.99 and z equal to 0.99 square. Then which one of the following is true? Option 1, x less than z less than y. Option 2, z less than y less than x. Option 3, z less than x less than y. Or option 4, y less than x less than z. Okay. So in the question, the values of x, y and z have been given and we have to compare the values. Okay. So writing down the values, starting with x. X has been given to be equal to 0.99. Okay. So x has been given to be equal to 0.99. Okay. Now as we have to compare the values of x, y and z, what we do is we take 4 places after the decimal instead of 2. Okay, so that the comparison is easier, and hence 0.99 x, which is equal to 0.99, can also be written equal to 0.9900. Okay, because 0.99 is equal to 0.9900. Okay, so moving on to y. Y has been given equal to root over 0.99. So y has been said to be equal to root over 0.99. Now we know that for any number lying between 0 and 1, the square root of that number should be greater than the number itself. Okay, and as 0.99 does lie between 0 and 1, the square root of 0.99 should be greater than 0.99, which is indeed true, because when root over 0.99 is calculated using a calculator, the value comes out to be approximately 0.9950. Okay, which is greater than root over 0.99. So we have the value of y till 4 places after the decimal, and finally writing the value of z, which is given equal to 0.99 square. It has been said that z equal to 0.99 square. Now we know that again for numbers that lie between 0 and 1, the square of the number is smaller than the number itself. Okay, hence 0.99, which lies between 0 and 1, its square should be less than itself, which again is true, because 0.99 square when calculated comes out to be 0.9801. Okay, so now we have the values of x, y and z till 4 places after the decimal, and we can observe that of these 3 values, z has the least value. Okay, because in the first place after the decimal, x, y and z all have 9, and in the second place after the decimal, x and y have 9, whereas z has 8. Okay, so z is the least, so the least of the 3 is z. Now comparing between x and y, so in the second place after the decimal, both x and y have 9, but moving on to the third place after the decimal, x has 0 whereas y has 5. Hence we can conclude that of x and y, x is the lesser value whereas y is the greater value. So we can write that z, which is the least value, is less than x, and as we had concluded that x is less than y, we can write that x less than y. Okay, so this is our conclusion. Z is the least value. Yes, z is the least value, y is the maximum value, and x is the intermediate value, and hence we can write z less than x less than y, which is the correct answer. And going through the options, we can see that option 3 is the correct option.
क्लास 6 से 12 से लेके नीट, IIT, जेई मेंस और एडवांस के लेवल तक 10 मिलियन से ज्यादा स्टूडेंट्स का भरोसा। आज ही डाउनलोड करें डाउटनेट ऐप या व्हाट्सएप कीजिए अपने डाउट्स 8400 400 400 पर।